What is up, my peeps? Welcome back to yet another amazing video. Please consider subscribing. We're almost at 1 million subs. Thank you very much. Another Haojin product approved by me. I seriously need to get a boxer in good condition because all I hear is rumors of how fast it is, but all the units have gotten a crap. Anyone in Nakuru with a good unit, hit me up. Also, Sinore 180 and the Captain 175. This bike is pretty decent. I honestly expected it to be utter shit, but it did pretty okay. It even performed better than the Haojin Evolution. The only drawback was the sitting position because of how the legs sit on top of the tank. It's never ideal, but you always get used to it. Sitting position as usual, the thighs are above the tank. That always takes me a bit of getting used to. The bike comes with an air-cooled 4-stroke single-cylinder 150cc engine that is obviously carbureted. Produces about 11 horsepower at 8,500 rpm, 10.3 Newton meters of torque at 7,500 rpm. You actually feel this while riding. Although it was a bit weird, it felt both weak and powerful at the same time before 7,000 rpm. After 7,000 rpm, power increase is a lot more, consistently gradual. Lots of vibrations at high speed, like a lot. The bike did not feel flimsy in any way, surprisingly, despite the owner having it for over 2 years on this road so far. Even the Warrior feels cheap compared to this, although I do push my bike to the limit every time I ride it. And the owner of this one never goes past like 50 kilometers per hour. I'm pretty sure the bike was confused as to why it's suddenly going very fast for the first time since it was bought. The bike has a dual suspension for both front and rear tires. They were pretty perfect, surprisingly. The bike feels like it was made to carry heavy luggage. I was actually surprised it didn't have 2 pairs of rear suspensions. Even the seat felt really comfortable, far more than any bike that I've ever sat on for some reason. The bike has drum brakes for both front and rear tires. They were pretty loose, so I had to tighten them a bit and they became quite grippy, although they have quite an allowance before they bite. This is obviously fixable by adjusting them accordingly. It's very interesting how this bike feels. It feels both powerful and weak at the same time. Okay, the suspensions are pretty decent. That's a surprise. It's not bouncy and it's not super soft like most of these kinds of bikes. Yeah, this is very, very surprising. Hey, these brakes are so far away. Both the front and the rear. I'm going to have to adjust them. What the? Angalia mahali hii brake inashikia. Si inaweza kazo? Hata hivi. Ni kama haishiki kabisa. Nimefinya hadi mwisho. The bike has an electric starter and a kickstart, which is always awesome. Also, a kill switch, which I came to appreciate. A side stand and a center stand, which is usually more useful than people give it credit for. The bike is powerful, but felt like it wouldn't be able to handle long recurring journeys. But it is a push rod, and from what little technical knowledge that I have on push rods, they're usually a far better option for longer journeys without them fatiguing too much. I know we have mechanics here. Someone explain this further in the comments down below. Maybe one day I'm going to make a video on the difference between push rods and the timing chain. Haojin Rico, you have been approved. Oh, good. The brakes are pretty fun. Oh, okay. At least they grip now. They're absolutely fine. It's just that for some reason they're so fun. Now it's a bit better. I went to the fundi to tighten them a bit. I didn't want to do too much work on the bike because it's not mine. You don't just take a bike to a fundi and start fiddling with it regardless of what you want to do. The owner maybe, unless the owner has told you to. Haojin Rico. I'm really surprised that the suspensions Force gear. Okay. This thing feels powerful and weak at the same time. It's really weird. I think you can crack 80 kilometers per hour GPS. Not half bad. There was so much vibrations on the foot peg, like a lot. It's almost disturbing. Walking in the middle of the road and not knowing where to go to anyway. I guess I'm the one who was on the wrong side. But I was doing like I was overtaking. So technically I was still correct. This thing is not half bad. So much better than the Sunlink. So much better than every other 150 except the levered Lego. Taurus, of course. And probably this list here. Dare I say, this thing is somewhat comparable to the Evolution Evo 1. I won't lie, I actually expected it to be complete shit, complete trash. Yeah, 5. Okay. This is definitely one of the more powerful 150cc's. I want to see the top speed. I have a bit of hope now. Although I know this is usually mostly bullshit. No such thing as 160 kilometers per hour. The problem, the dash doesn't work, so obviously I'll have to use GPS. Very nice, very nice. The throttle, when it comes to smoothness, it's nowhere near as smooth as the TVS or even the Sunlink. It's actually quite a bit tough, but not like annoying enough to like fatigue you or anything. Okay, that stupid rear brake locks up. Very interesting. Good. That brake is very grippy, which would be dangerous if these bikes were super fast, but it's absolutely fine with this one. But it's like no pressure, then it grips. People usually flag drum brakes for being really inefficient, but that has never been the case with me. Every bike with drum brakes have been absolutely fine. The ones that were terrible were ones that were completely faded or something. Someone just needs to replace the what? Don't know what you replace in a drum brake, whatever the hell that is, and they work just fine. Even my Haojin Warrior's rear, is it the rear brake? Yeah, the rear brake is a drum brake. It works just fine. this is somewhat of an uphill. I've not even pressed the record button. God damn it. This is somewhat of an uphill, so I don't really expect much. 7,000 RPM. 61. The Evo for some reason couldn't get to, I don't even remember what speed it got to, but it was pretty weak. 66. So about the same. Okay. I should stop. 68, okay. 68. 70. That is very good. At 8,000 RPM. 73. Okay. Now we're going relatively flat. This thing feels like it's faster than the, what do you call it? The levered GY. It will definitely beat that speed. Don't want to do that in this corner. I didn't even feel those ripples. Very impressive Haojin. Someone told me I should be Haojin's ambassador, and the fools don't even want to hire me. The bikes are pretty okay. Although the Haojin Rider and the 151 that I reviewed, those ones, and they were completely brand new. Okay. Let us see. So I did get to 8,000 RPM, meaning I should just wind it up till there. Then change. Let us see. I don't think I'll make it. Okay. Confidence in potholes. Surprisingly good suspensions. Did not have enough room. Not enough. The picking is very lazy, and then once it gets to like 4, then it starts increasing more linearly or gradually or whatever. Not really sure what to call it, but the way it feels, it's powerful, but it feels like, oh, that was gear 4, shit. I wanted to say it feels like it will get very tired in long journeys. It feels like it would overheat or something, but I'm pretty sure it can do very long journeys. My squad does quite a bit of traveling on bikes like this, and they're just fine.
Shit that I think is amazing, waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down.
This thing feels like I don't know how I will explain it. Someone in my Ranger Sanya video told me that the Sanya is like a Pro Box, powerful for carrying luggages and climbing hills like this. But this one actually does feel like that. It feels like it has a lot of in quotes torque, but not that much to do with speed. Okay, start one. What? The thing is screaming. Was it at like 9,000 RPM? I love the engine braking. This thing is actually pretty okay. Although this is a downhill. I'll probably be able to do like 100. To definitely be able to do so. Okay, this one is more flat. I hope we get to. Okay. Hey, wobbling, wobbling, wobbling. You have gotten my approval, Haojin. I absolutely love the way this seat feels, man. Don't know if it has more padding. This thing has one of the best engine braking of these kinds of bikes. Very nice, very nice. Engine braking is very important to help preserve the brakes. It also helps give you more braking power, or rather more stopping power. It's actually doing just as good as the Haojin Warrior here, if not better. And Gear 5 does very well in what do you call them? In hills, uphills. I'm at Gear 5, but I feel like it's really screaming. Although it's at 4,000 RPM, feels like it's... You probably can't hear that through the mic, but that is exactly how it feels. So I would recommend this bike if you always have a pillion or always carry luggages. Surprisingly, it has only one set of suspensions for the rear. I would expect more for it to have like 4, unless people just usually add those on, but I don't think so. This feels like something for carrying luggages, like 100%. I just stepped on the bloody engine. What the hell? It was very hot. Someone wants to go to jail. I have to always confirm that this stupid thing is recording, otherwise you'll just be talking to yourself. Very, very okay for off-road. These bikes keep surprising me every time I review them. Most of this style type of bikes, they're usually very bouncy here. Either that or very stiff. You feel it in your backbone and shit. No promo, no homo. Just need the pipes. It's almost completely quiet. There's a very steep hill up ahead here. I want to see if it can do it in 4th gear. I have a suspicion that it can. Let us see. And I'm not going to approach it too much juice. I have, okay, I don't know. Oh no, 3, 2. I was way too slow. Oh, that was pretty okay. Okay, yeah, there's no way it would have. No way, no way. Let us take off with gear 2. I believe you can. Good. Although if a unit is super weak, that's usually not a good thing. I think you're destroying the clutch or something. But this one though, it definitely is capable. Let me carry this old man because I'm in a boda boda. Juu niko na boda boda, kwa nini nisikubebe? Uko sawa? Kwa nani? Sawa.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all.
Stay safe, ride safe.